Hey everybody, it's Derek with the Swarm here, bringing you a recap from one of our little friendly wars we just did. I guess kind of preseason to the CWL. As you can see up against this one, we went up against North Watchers. Came out with a 7-star victory. We'll take a look at everything they did to our bases, and I'll pull up my notes since I lost those. The breakdown was 5 11s, 14 10s, and 9. Wow, 9. Yeah, not 9 nines. 21 nines. And take a look at everything we did here. Just let you know some cool little facts about the war. We cleared the 511s in just 7 hits, so super, super impressive to our 10v11 guys. Absolutely just incredible performance there. And we got 5 10v10 triples, and then went 8 for 10 on 11v10s. So we'll jump into some attacks, and obviously they did so well. They have earned this. It's going to be a little bit of a long one. Like I said, we did very, very well. You're going to see lots of attacks. So Soko's coming in here on their number 2, and as you saw, was I believe it was 65%, mid 60s. Very, very good percentage here. It was on a fresh hit, so even more impressive. And you know, anytime you get these just taken care of, I want to really be able to reward this group with us, because they really do make a difference. It allows us to get high 10v10 numbers when people are clearing 11s very efficiently. And that's exactly what happened, and we took advantage of the rest of that. So Soko comes in, goes ahead and sends that loons in, hasted them to clear up all that percentage up top. Then go ahead and use the hog to lure the CC, and from there it's going to kind of poison that loon, and then start the queen walk down here at like the 6 o'clock area, going across the base. So as that loon goes through the poison and dies, the queen will come out. Golem will take care of that archer, and from there, go over to the queen and just kind of be a little bit of a time sink. See up here at the top, some minions and archers and things will come down, just kind of clear some of that trash. Everything's looking really good. I mean, just kind of taking out the golem, that'll be done. Get some nice percentage, really safe walk. A lot of the things have already been cleared, so you know exactly where she's going to go. Just walk her way over to 6. Just perfect. The trash is clearing up at the top. You know, it's taking a little bit of time, but once the rest of this gets going, it isn't going to really matter too much, because it's going to be very, very quick. As this walk goes along, starts clearing the rest of it, you'll see the golem come down up there over at like 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and it's going to clear, just wants to use that golem and those bowlers to clear a section of this base, so that the kill squad with the king and the rest of the bowlers will actually go in towards the town hall and take out that objective. Everything's looking really, really good here, clearing out everything. The bowlers up top did a great job. Unfortunately, the wizard towers kind of prevented that wall break, or else they would have got a little bit more inside to kind of help that funnel a little bit, but it didn't end up mattering. They did get enough. Goes ahead and frees that inferno tower, which allows everything to be healed back up. Moving right on through, drops that last rage down. You know, so they get the eagle taken care of. They are going to get the town hall. So many bowlers up. The first inferno had gone down, and now they're just, you know, taking out the rest of the things in there that they can get. They kind of get bogged down on that queen. Unfortunately, the rock bounces do not hit the inferno tower. Would have been nice. Pops that queen ability, goes ahead and picks up some extra percent. Has some minions coming in up top. Let's pick up a little bit more, and then a minion and an archer right on this kind of the collector, which is just going to be the last little bit that Soko will get here. It'll go right through, clear out that one, and then this gets very, very close. You'll see right there, almost got the 67th percent, depending on where that fell. Either way, great job. Now we're going to get into some 10-on-10 action, and first up, we have Titan coming in here on 7, using a suicide hero attack, and that's going to clear out 2 of the air defenses, a Tesla, an Inferno Tower, Archer Tower, and then end up pulling the CC. So the King tanks, sets up the funnel, so then pops that early ability. While the King's still tanking, the Queen will come in, take out the first Archer Tower, Giant comes in to distract, and the wall breakers to open up the wall. From there, everything looks really, really good. Queen's going in, doing exactly what she should. The giant goes ahead and gets flung by a spring trap, which is just nice because didn't want to pull the CC too early, pull the CC too early, and bad stuff would have happened. You don't want the queen to get locked down. So as her royal cloak ability ends up coming out, phasing out, that just kind of ends her effectiveness. CC locks on, goes ahead. TB's got or Titan's got a poison here to take out the wizard. Then at this point, it's just wallowing into these sweepers, which is not going to be fun, but has the haste and has the rages, and they are just level 1 haste. So, you know, if I was the owner of this Titan account, I'd probably work at farming that. You know, right, Brady. Maybe you should get it done. So then comes down a rage spell, a heal spell, and a skeleton spell to take care of the queen, as these rest of the loons are just slowly moving their way across the base. There's nothing that can hurt them, so the sweeper is just a time sink, if anything, at this point. These 2 wizard towers are the last real threat, but there's so many loons, and they're just kind of both distracted on different packs, and that's going to easily allow them to close in, take out the rest. And from there, it's just clearing a bunch of the trash, getting the rest little cannons down, and then just moving on along. The king does take a moment to go down because he tends to be annoying. That's all fine, but the loons go ahead, get the job done, and then the best kind of little celebration here at the end is the hound. Now in the live replay, it went ahead and popped right then, so it was kind of one of those humorous things that happen. Next, we'll drop on down here. And now we have TB. TB did have a 6-pack in this war, so congratulations, 10v10 6-pack too. So highly impressive. We're going to see both of those raids. So Baby Dragon's going to come down here, and he wants to set up the funnel for the queen walk. And she's going to be able to go ahead and walk and get just a whole bunch of value. Wizard Tower, a sweeper, 2, just going to get the queen, the sweeper, 2 archer tower, or 2 air defenses, an archer tower. And that's all a lot of really good stuff to get. Drops down a wizard, and that's just to kind of help push that queen walk going a little bit quicker. Smart thing to do, because this is a long walk. There's quite a bit of value. There's a lot of value, but it is going to take some time. Another Tesla pops up there. I mean, he just gets tons and tons of value here. Baby Dragon did work, clearing tons of trash down at the bottom, which is one of those nice things. If you're going to have a queen walk like this, it's going to take a lot of time. You need to kind of make up that time by getting percentage taken care of, getting your cleanup going early, or having other troops that are taking out all the trash. Then he's going to come down. He has his king and the wizard kind of setting up the funnel on the top side. This is so he can wall break in. Fortunately, just kind of a little bit bad timing there with the hound popping and the wall breaker going there. But the wizard goes ahead and clears up the a couple pups over there and makes it no big deal. Everything's looking good. Queen's going to go ahead and engage on the defensive queen. With that poison, it's not going to be any trouble for her. She's going to go ahead and continue on her path and go get that Archer Tower, Inferno Tower, and all that. And then here comes the Lalo. Nice heavy loons at the beginning. Comes in with the second hound with a few more loons, just targeting all these defenses to really just kind of collapse the outside ring and move in towards that second Inferno. Hasting everything along to get that going. Pops that queen ability finally, and just kind of has the queen working through, getting a lot more value, clearing out the trash, doing all that kind of stuff. Rage down in the core to just destroy everything, the heal to get everything healed back up. And now it's really kind of all over but the crying. There's only 2-point defense left. Has that haste spell, has so many loons up. The 2 minions are, still at 2 minions in the bag. All the minions are down at the bottom doing tons of cleanup, pups in the core. Not a lot of them, but just enough to get it done. Last little kind of threat there, the red bomb happens, but then it's all just cleaning up the trash, and from there, just a beautiful attack. Just absolutely beautiful TB. Great job. And now we'll get down to the bottom 3 10s that were in this war. Picked up 3, we'll end it with the 3 triples. So here, kind of a weird one. I would imagine this was just a mistake as far as like a misclick on the base or whatever. I accidentally had the wrong one selected. because it kind of looks more like, you know, what your farm base would be than anything else. So the king and the queen go down. The queen has a golem be in front of her doing the tanking. A couple of loons go down to clear the archer tower and allow this funnel to be created on the kind of bottom side there. CC bowlers come out. Everything is going to kind of move on in to go get the air defense, get an inferno tower, and kind of do what the damage they can do. Now, the more stuff they get, the better. Queen's going to get in there, get in, you know, that wizard tower goes ahead and gets that inferno tower. And then from there, just kind of locks onto the hound. Unfortunately, she does take out that hound, and without her ability and that bomb, the balloon being there, it's kind of the end for her. That's no big deal. The loon ends up not doing anything, goes ahead and freezes that inferno tower, poisons the little pups. They just aren't going to be able to be effective or get anything done. And from there, the loons are just crashing all these defenses. Unfortunately, some of the outside ones were still up, so they had to kind of bounce around, and the hound kind of gets beat on. But drops that final rage, takes out the last couple defenses. So many loons are up, and just with these point defenses, it's just not going to be enough to get it done. Had that down expo as well, which just made it a lot, you know, just a lot easier to kind of do one of these mass loony attacks. So as everything kind of goes around, the loons start kind of just taking their time. Cleanups going on all around. The archer tower does get a couple of them down as they were, you know, not full health, kind of close. So loses one, ends up losing, going down all the way down to just that one last loon. But from there, goes ahead, gets the rest of the buildings cleared off the map, picks up the 3-star, and that will be the fourth, or the third one. That's the third one we've seen. So now we'll go into the fourth one. We have Evan coming in here on 18 with a Queen Walk Lalo going on. You can see the skeleton spells. It's really common with some of these, that if you can go ahead and distract that queen, rage some skellies, you can easily take her and kind of what's around her out. So here comes the Queen Walk with a bunch of wall breakers, 8 wall breakers. So, you know, after watching this attack, we definitely feel kind of gotta nerf Evan. You know, definitely these questionable attacks with these 8 wall breakers, as some of the other YouTubers like to say. So we'll take a look, but there is an absolutely beautiful wall break for the second one in here. It is quite a treat. So the king comes down, goes ahead and sets up the funnel on the far side, and everything's working. So the queen's gonna get the air defense, gonna get the inferno tower. Nothing else really happening to her. She's gonna keep walking on down. From there, here comes all the wall breakers targeting that gold storage to just open it up and allow the queen to walk right on through. So here's where the king kind of, I mean, he's clearing a bunch of this trash out, and it just gets so much value. Him tanking allowed the queen to come in there and take out so many point defense that she wasn't being targeted by, so it was able to save her ability a little bit and just get so much value here. It's just absolutely absurd. And then here comes the Lalo, and at this point it is going to be a nice little mess of loons coming in through everything, hasting into the cores. Drops down that rage. You can see now the 2 skellies come down with the wizard towers being taken out and distracted. The queen goes down. The skellies are still spawning stuff off and just getting work done. The queen does pop the hound, so it kind of causes a little inconvenience, but she goes ahead and handles it all. The rage spell comes down, a heal spell down for the loons, and they're just hasted right into that inferno tower, and that just ends the end of that. That's the last real threat in this raid, because everything gets healed back up, go into that expo, takes it out, clears the rest of the trash, picks up the 3-star, and I mean, it was just absolutely incredible. I've truly, in a short amount of time I've been here just over a week now, like, these guys are so incredibly talented, and I'm thrilled for this coming season. I mean, just learning so much, getting so many people who think about bases differently than me, and like differently than I've seen. It's just really been a true enjoyment of this game to be here. The last 10v10 we had was, I think we're, oh no, we didn't. It started with Titan. We didn't end where we started, but came close here. Comes down with King and some Valks here. Gonna go ahead and wants to get the Queen. Wanted to get the Inferno Tower and the Sweeper and kind of all the stuff in there. And then uses his Queen to just stay the heck away from that Hound Loon. Goes ahead, pops that Queen ability. It's cleared out 2 Wizard Towers. King goes ahead and gets another Wizard Tower. Pops that King ability. Unfortunately, the Queen pulls him just like a second too soon, so that Inferno Tower had just that sliver of health left. Would have just been nice. I mean, it's only a level 1 Inferno Tower, so it's not like the end of the world. But then from there, goes ahead and uses that Archer to just lure everything out away because it doesn't want the pups from the Hounds to be distracted. So in here, just hasting the loons into these Expos, the Inferno Tower, just tons and tons of value is just taken off this map so early. As the last couple Hounds go over to the second air defense, is kind of just collapsing these loons everywhere and just moving right across. And there, I believe he had three Hounds for 4 ADs, but there's not a lot of other things that can damage the loon, so it's really just those ADs and the Inferno Tower. And really, the Inferno Tower, because the AD kind of, just as that 1 shot a second, it's just not enough. But this damaging 5 loons really starts taking them down. Here comes some air skellies, which kind of are a pain, and those red bombs, which made it a lot closer than it needed to be, because you could see the health on the ones that were getting hit. But from here, they do just enough. Pups go ahead. So many pups up. Maybe hardly lost any of the pups on the explosion. Just was awesome luck there. A great job, TB. Awesome war, man. Just absolutely incredible. We'll get down to just a couple 9v9s. We had just so many 10v10s that it was just, I want to give credit to these 9v9s as well, because R9s are absolutely incredible and deserve all of our admiration as well. So the King comes down, the Queen luckily shoots him, so he goes ahead and beats through a wall to go get her. And the nice thing about it, opening up that wall is it allows kind of the Queen to go in and clear some stuff. Then from there, going to go ahead and start the Lalo as a whole bunch of wizards and baby drag come out. Goes ahead and just double poisons them and says, yeah, that's going to be the end of you guys. So from here, Kieran goes ahead on Bran and just clears, just targeting all these outside defenses with all these loons, goes ahead and clears that whole bottom half. Moving on across, and that allows the Queen to be really effective at getting a bunch of cleanup done. So just getting immense value. If your Queen's up for the entirety of the raid, clearing anything while the rest of it's going on, it's going to look pretty good. You can see there, I think there's like 4 Hounds up right now. So just absolutely incredible. You know you did something well when all your Hounds are basically hanging around. So sometimes that actually gets a little sketchy, because you don't know if you'll have enough cleanup, but that's why it's nice that the Queen was up and able to get value the entire raid and had a bunch of minions. Does the Mickey Mouse swag as well. So another just really, really fun kind of raid here. Absolute domination, taking exactly what the base is giving you and just destroying it. Great job, Kieran. And for those new to listening to me here in the Swarm, you're going to hear me butcher everybody's name all the time, so I'm sorry. Next, we'll get down to a couple more here. We have GCH coming in. One of the best Clash Minds I've ever had the pleasure to be around at this game. Goes ahead, sends in the King and a Valk with the double poison to clear the Goblin Baby Drag CC. Goes ahead and pops that King ability, going to get the Queen. Zapquaked one of the ADs, and then just wants to Lalo the rest of it. With that Tesla farm kind of being there, nothing can hit the Queen when she gets kind of the free Town Hall taken down. And then she's going to step up and start getting value directly on the Teslas, which is really nice. It does go to that storage and starts taking some damage, but it's not really a big deal. The Teslas are much more of a threat. but that it happens. Either way, it's really, really nice. Queen gets a couple of those Teslas down. The loons, before she goes down, the loons go ahead and finish the job off. It's working all. Sorry, my phone was going off. I'm gonna get rid of that. Everything's moving all around, goes ahead and destroys this base. Like, these loons are just coming everywhere. The two loons at the bottom, like over there by 6, I think they got like 4 defenses for like 2 loons. Just, and that doesn't even matter. And that's on top of the fact that they were setting the funnel for the rest of the raid for the loons. Just absolutely beautiful job. GCH is just a complete monster. Looking forward to this. Season 2, getting to see a lot of his content. I'm sure you'll be seeing, if you know the recaps I do, I'm sure they will be featured in quite a bit of them, because when you 3-star as much as he does, you tend to do a really good job at your raids, and they look really nice, and people learn from them, and that's what we want to do. So everything goes, clears out the rest of this trash, picks up the 3-star. Another really thing that I like about this raid is it ended where it started. Basically, where his heroes died is where everything ended at. It's just that kind of little harmony. We'll take out the look of this last raid. We have Drogon coming in. Want to try and get some different content in here. So, a mass hog raid, which is really, really fun. Wanted to go ahead and show this off. He comes in with his king and backs that up with CC bowlers. And their only goal is to go kill that queen and then get as much value as they can. I guess get the bomb tower as well is nice, and a couple of these Teslas. Anything else they get is just all gravy. Kind of unfortunately, the king did not get that. Get the queen down, but no big deal, because the bowler stepped up, got it done. Hogs are starting to come in, and they have this nice little path they can run around this base. Everything's kind of getting set up for them to run right kind of predictably around this base. The hound is following them, so that's always great. Goes ahead and uses the queen in a really nice way, just to take out the king, and that's just really, really good, because obviously he would have been quite annoying for the hogs. Goes ahead and drops down that 3rd heal now. Kind of 2 main packs of hogs working around. Targets some last little outside Teslas, and kind of lets everything move on through. Has this final heal, which he'll end up using down at the end of this raid, but everything's just kind of moving on through, clearing a bunch, and goes ahead and clears out the last remaining defenses, heals all those hogs up, so nothing's going to be able to stop them. Queen's up doing work, has some wizards around, archers around, clearing a bunch of trash. Goes ahead, finishes out the ring, gets the 3-star, and kind of ends this one on a really high note. Has that extra poison as well. Awesome job to everyone here at the Swarm. Obviously, everybody's very happy with our performance. And then on the second side of this, great job to everybody at Watchers too. Good luck moving forward there. And till next time, guys, I don't know what I'm going to say. I need a new catchphrase, so leave a comment. Let me know what I should end these videos with. Yeah.